clumps of hair came out, similar to how a bad bleach job would do. I was mortified and freaking out. Over the next few days, my hair continued to fall out so badly that I had no more than about 3 inches of hair left on my head after it was all over. Hey guys, it's Traeh, and I'm back with a horror story, with a horror story, with a horror story. I'm back with a horror story, with a horror story, with a horror story. So, hey guys, happy Friday. I know you're in the house bored, because I mean, we're all in the house bored, ain't got nothing else better to do, and it's Friday, so I thought, hey, why not give you guys a natural hair horror story to help liven up your Friday since we're all in quarantine? So I felt like it was only right to give y'all a natural hair horror story on this Good Friday. So if you're new, welcome. I would love for you to subscribe. I do have a series here on my channel where I allow you guys to email me your craziest, and it gets pretty crazy, okay? If you haven't checked out the playlist, girl, just check it out. They get crazier and crazier. Like, I just can't believe it. Horror stories get crazier and crazier. I'm hoping I don't get no story talking about the stylist secretly gave me virus, okay? Y'all know how some of these stylists are, so I wouldn't put it past some of them. But anyway, we're gonna jump right into it. Make sure that you go and get your snacks. I know you got some quarantine snacks, unless your kids ate it all, because mine, I don't know how we gonna make it. So I'm gonna put the email here so that you guys can read it along with me, and let's just get into it. Okay, so the email says, "Hi girl, I'm a huge fan of your channel, especially of the horror hair story videos. I even binge watch your videos one after another because these stories are insane. I'm trying to tell them. Today, after watching a few of your horror hair story videos, I remembered a horror hair story that happened." That's like a tongue twister, a horror hair story. Try to say horror hair story 3 times fast. Horror hair story, horror hair story, horror hair story. I can't do it. I remembered a horror hair story that happened to me in 2011. I don't know if you'll share this story, but I certainly hope you do. Well, hey girl, your story is being featured. In 2011, I was just turning 22 years old and had just gone through a lot of stress and drama because I was homeless at the time and bouncing from family member to family member. And to top it all off, my grandmother, the most amazing woman ever to exist on this planet, had just passed away only a month after my 22nd birthday. Oh my gosh. Which was in November of 2010. Fast forward to February 2011, I was with my aunt at her house for a while and grieving the loss of my grandmother. I had been natural for about a little over 3 years, but I hadn't taken good care of my hair and was new to the natural hair community. Somehow though, my hair wasn't in terrible shape. It was super thick and seemingly kind of healthy, but there was no defining curl pattern and I wasn't sure how to make my natural hair curl. I later learned why, but I'll get to that in a moment. Keep in mind, in 2011, there weren't nearly as many informative natural hair videos available on YouTube at the time, so I literally knew nothing other than how to not put chemical in my hair. That's it. I simply left my hair in a bun every 360 days a year. That's why I believe my hair still grew and I hadn't had any serious breakage. Nevertheless, I felt free and happy to break the chains of the chemical relaxers, aka that creamy crack, that had ruined my hair my entire life, and was willing to take on this new and amazing journey to healthy natural hair. Though I didn't know much about how to care for it, my hair had grown to just past my armpits and I was excited and expecting to see it grow to maybe broad strap length later in the year. I was so sure that someday I would have this long, beautiful hair, if only I could figure out how to get my natural hair to curl and care for it before it all broke off from lack of knowledge on how to care for my hair. Your hair can only go so long without proper care before it starts to break off. Girl, ain't that the truth? And I was lucky enough to have made it a little over 3 years without losing any growth. I would see other natural girls with big, beautiful curls and wonder why my hair wouldn't curl like everyone else. One day, I was in a hair store in Seattle with my favorite aunt looking for some weave with her for her hair appointment the following day. This was one of those stores where a supposed hairstylist would walk up to anyone that entered the store and hand them a business card while trying to sell people on letting them style their hair. Oh, I ain't with that. No, I am not with that. I need to know what you're about before you put your hands in my head. I'm just saying. I happened to be looking at this gorgeous curly hair wig and said to my aunt, "Why can't my hair curl like that?" Out of literally nowhere, this older woman heard me talking and noted that I wanted to define my curls. She immediately began selling herself to me, stating that she could give me the curl definition I always wanted. She noted that I was natural and stated that she had the perfect product to give me those beautiful springy curls I desired. I told this woman that I had been chemical free for years and that I wanted to stay chemical free. I let her know that if it was anything like a relaxer, I wasn't down for it. She assured me that this was a product for natural hair and that it was in no way, shape, or form a relaxer. And she said it would just give me my curl definition. That's it. Girl, if it ain't a gel or a curly cream, well, what is she trying to put in your hair to define your curls? Is she gonna give you a clay mask? Like, what's really good? She even pointed to a customer whose hair she'd used this product on and stated that her hair was still natural and healthy. First off, the first red flag was that the girl whose hair she'd done looked straight as it looked like she'd had a relaxer, but I assumed she might have just flat ironed her hair and slicked it back with a glob of black gel. I thought to myself, this seems odd and her hair looks stupid. But maybe this woman was just crappy at doing her own hair. And maybe it had nothing to do with the stylist. Plus, the girl reassured me that her hair was very healthy even though it clearly looked relaxed. I know, I'm an idiot. No, girl, no. You was just unaware. Okay, you were just misinformed. You just didn't know. But just because someone is having a bad hair day doesn't mean it's not healthy. I thought it could be healthy after she washed that glob of black gel out of her hair or something, but I still felt like she might have been relaxed. The stylist finally convinced me to let her do my hair for only $45, which at the time was a good price because I was desperate for a hair upgrade and I was broke, okay? I wanted a new style to take my mind off of all the pain I was feeling from losing my grandmother. So against my better judgment, I agreed. So I took her information and later that day started getting second thoughts. So I called her and asked her again if she was sure this wasn't going to permanently straighten my hair. I forgot to mention that the product she had me buy was called a Wave Nueva. Hold on, y'all. Let me Google this. And why do I feel like this is a texturizer? Y'all, she done gave this girl a texturizer. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, y'all. She gave her a texturizer. Well, technically, she didn't lie. She told her it wasn't a relaxer, which is not. She told her it was for natural hair, which it is. She told her that it wasn't gonna straighten her hair, which it ain't. So she didn't lie, but at the same time, like, she should have told her that it was a chemical treatment. So I'm wondering if she looked it up. I literally didn't know what that was, and I don't even know if the directions was in English. But this woman proceeded to get super aggressive over the phone, angrily defending her ability to do hair, as she had years of experience according to her and even taught other stylists how to style hair, and I wasn't to question her again. Oh baby, what? I'm gonna ask as many questions as I want because you're doing my hair, right? It's my hair. I wanna know what's going on. If you got a problem, baby, bounce. You came up to me to begin with. What is happening? These stylists are bold, y'all. They're bold. Girl, so I ended the call and decided I was gonna trust this stranger because I was desperate for a change. The next day there was even more crazy red flags. Get ready for this. Oh my gosh. I arrived back at the shop as she was supposed to meet me there to pick me up and take me to her apartment to do my hair. Why isn't she doing it in the shop? I waited with my aunt for a good 45 minutes past the appointment time when she finally showed up. Thinking back, I don't know why I didn't just leave, but I was super desperate. Mind you, my sixth sense was going off real bad and I was starting to feel concerned that this day was about to be one of the worst days of my life. Y'all, our intuition don't lie to us. We need to just go with our gut. If it don't feel right, it probably isn't right. It probably isn't right. So she shows up, picks me up, and tells me this story about why she was late. The third red flag was that when I got in the car, I noticed she had a black eye. Yes, girl, a black eye. She proceeded to explain that her son was a drug addict and had hit her that morning because she refused to give him money for drugs. I was naturally nervous and a little concerned because this lady is getting abused by her son, and if he's at her house, I don't want to be there. I don't blame you. She assured me her son had been asked to leave by the cops, but my eyebrows raised at that point because the son was only asked to leave instead of being arrested for assault. When we arrived at her place, her son was there and acting crazy. The stylist seemed surprised and asked how he'd gotten back in the house. See, listen, I would have had to go. I cannot. The stylist seemed surprised and asked how he'd gotten back in the house. And then suddenly things escalated to the point of her son attacking her and screaming while demanding she give him his loaded. I told y'all these stories get crazy. What in the heck is happening? I was shaking so bad and trying to clench my butt cheeks tight enough to keep me from crapping myself because I literally thought I might die if this guy found his in the house. I was stranded and my aunt was an hour away getting her hair done at a salon. So literally, where would I have gone if he started shooting up the place? A few minutes later, a cop randomly showed up and said he felt like for some reason checking on the stylist because he'd seen her son walking around looking crazy after already being asked to leave. Immediately, she begged the cop to arrest the son, and thankfully, the cop took the son downtown. Girl, with my heart still racing and my mind all over the place, I attempted to calm down, and this woman quickly got herself together and sat me down to do my hair. As time went by, I noticed that my scalp was on fire. It felt like she had put a strong chemical in my hair because she did, but for whatever reason, I just let her do what she was doing. She then, after washing whatever was in my head out, placed my hair in rollers and began applying some other solutions to my hair, which also burnt like Satan's farts. I was super afraid at this point, but again, like an idiot, I didn't say anything. I think maybe partly because the night before she was pretty aggressive on the phone with me, and I now knew that she had a loaded in the apartment and knew where it was. I wasn't trying to get shot. Girl, this is, oh my gosh. My aunt would have had to come up out of that appointment because, baby, I can't be in here risking my hair, risking my life. No, When she was all done, I noticed that my hair was loosely curled like a roller set, only they didn't look anything like the wig I seen at the store. My hair wasn't full or voluminous like I wanted it to be. It looked chemically altered. And even though I was furious with rage inside, I kept myself calm because, again, I didn't want to die. The lady told me that the curls were permanent and that I can now style and define my new ringlets as I please. I wasn't sure what to make of it, but it looked better than it had been previously, so I didn't argue and just tried to leave safely, as she would be my ride home. Later that day, she took me home to my aunt's house, but first stopped at the girlfriend's mom of her son, and we sat in the car waiting for these people to come out. She told the people that her son had been arrested and all the other drama that happened, and quickly it became apparent that these people were also drug addicts. Especially became apparent when one of the women standing outside of the car reached in on my side through the window and randomly took a few of my McDonald's fries without asking. Girl, the entire day was just weird, and there's more, but it's too much to write. I'm about to start having y'all record yourself so y'all can just talk and I can pause the video, play the video, and just have y'all explain the story with more details, because at this point, I kind of want to know the rest. I want to know the rest of the story. I want to know what happened next. And I can't even imagine what else happened, but I want to know. Fast forward a few days later, I began noticing a bunch of shedding. I tried to shampoo my hair to see if my natural texture was still there, but clumps of hair came out similar to how a bad bleach job would do. Oh my gosh. I was mortified and freaking out. Over the next few days, my hair continued to fall out so badly that I had no more than about 3 inches of hair left on my head after it was all over. Not only was my hair permanently straight and didn't even stay curly like I wanted, but it was falling out in handfuls every time I even touched my hair. I'm African American and had zero idea what a curly perm was. I'm assuming it's the same thing as a texturizer. Correct me if I'm wrong. I feel like my comments may be on. They were on yesterday for yesterday's video. If you haven't checked that out, check it out. So I feel like the comments are on. Let us know the difference if there is a difference. I didn't know that it was going to permanently ruin my hair, even worse than a relaxer. At least I didn't go bald with a relaxer, but this was like a relaxer on steroids. My hair was ruined and I stupidly allowed her to ruin my hair and almost got shot while losing 40 bucks in the process. I was devastated because I felt like I couldn't get a break in life. The good news is that while I lost all my hair and was bald as the day I was born and heartbroken to lose everything I grew over the course of 3 years, I met the man I married the day my hair was ruined. Yes, ironically, after she had done my hair, we got stuck in her apartment for literally no earthly reason. The front door just wouldn't open for nothing. My husband at the time was a maintenance man at the apartments the stylist was at and was called to fix the door so we could get out. Funny enough, he called the door haunted, LOL, and I quickly agreed. Before I left, we exchanged numbers, but sadly, by the time we had our first date, I was bald. I was bald and wearing a wig to hide the hair loss. The day after I left the apartment, I found out from my soon-to-be husband at the time that the stylist's son had come back to the apartment and this time found his gun and shot his girlfriend in the leg. I can't make this drama up. It's been years now since that nightmare happened and I've been married now ever since to the man of my dreams. I went through years of struggles to grow my hair back, but eventually I learned what not to do and what to do and permanently banned anyone anywhere from touching my hair. I would learn how to style my own hair and define my own curls. Turns out my hair wasn't curling partly because it was dry, but also because I learned that my scalp was still repairing from years of damage done by relaxers. I'm now completely natural and waist length as of today. With the help of amazingly beautiful YouTubers like yourself, my hair is thriving and hopefully will reach hip length by the end of this year. Ladies, if you don't know what a product is, don't put it in your hair and don't allow anyone else to do it. Also, avoid, like the flu, stylists that walk up to people randomly handing out business cards without a portfolio or so much as a diploma or something to prove that they know what they're doing. Especially if they have a black eye and a son threatening to kill everyone. Just back away and run as far as you can. Girl, I'd rather be homeless than go through that again. Anyway, sorry for how long this story is. Thank you so much for your amazing channel and please keep uploading hair horror stories. I don't even know where to begin with this story. This story was so freaking crazy. It had so many twists and turns. Well, first off, thank you so much for sharing your story. I really appreciate you guys for taking the time to send me these emails. They're super long, super detailed, and just thank you for taking the time to do that and sharing your experience with us. And I'm so sorry to hear about your grandmother. Let's just get into the story. But yeah, this story is crazy. I kind of wish you included pictures so that we can get an idea of what your hair was looking like, but it's all good. There were so many red flags in this story, girl. It ain't make no sense. It ain't make no sense how many red flags it was. First things first, I don't trust nobody coming up to me saying, hey girl, I can do this to your hair. Like, I can't trust it. All of these stories, I've learned that I need to do extensive research on the people that are doing my hair. That's why I don't go to no salons. I don't trust nobody. I need to do extensive research. Not only do I need to see a license, I need to see your work. I need to hear from references. I need to look at some reviews. Like, I need to treat this as a job interview, okay? I need to interview you so that I can know if you're right to do my hair. I mean, it seems like a lot, and it is a lot, but at the same time, you don't want to end up like this. Like, you don't want to end up regretting having gotten your hair done by somebody that don't know what they're doing, okay? These stylists mess up your hair, and who's the one suffering at the end of the day? You or them. You just risk so much, and for our hair to be as important as it is to us, we can't just put it in the hands of just anybody. And girl, you didn't only put your hair at risk, you put your life at risk. First of all, you got your hair done in this lady's apartment, a lady that you don't know from anywhere, right? I'm mad at you for questioning her about what she was gonna do to your hair, because it seemed like she was trying to sell you a dream. Like, I can get your hair to do that. It's not a relaxer. Trust me. I can do this. I can make your hair curly like you want. Like, she was selling you a dream. You didn't know anything about it. So you just kind of went with it. And we can't do that. A lot of times we get so desperate to have our hair done, to have our hair in a certain style, that we literally do some crazy things. We literally ignore the red flag. We literally just go with the okie doke just for style, and we gotta stop, ladies. We got to do better. And it was all the drama in the house. The woman ends up giving you a texturizer. Oh my god. That's why consultations are so important, so that you can sit, talk to the stylist, tell them about your hair. They can look at your hair. They can see, okay, your hair can handle this, your hair can't handle this. This is what I'm gonna do for you. This is what I'm not gonna do. This is the expected outcome. Know that your hair won't look like this when we're done. Like, she can really assess the situation, and you guys can come up with a plan for your hair. But she can't do that if y'all don't talk about it, right? When y'all just go to get your hair done, you just let the stylist have free reign over your hair. And we just tend to sit idly hoping that they know what they're doing, and we put all of our trust in them to just do what they do because they're the professionals. But listen, we had too many stories that show otherwise. I feel like this might be the craziest one yet. And I feel like I say that in every single video because they just keep topping the other. I don't know how. Y'all just be having some crazy experiences. But yeah, y'all, that's my little message for today's horror story. I just can't even get to all the nitty-gritty details of the story because it's honestly so much. It's just really funny that through all of this, you ended up finding your husband, girl. When it's meant to be, it's meant to be. Anyway, thank you so much once again for sharing your natural hair horror story with us. I hope that you guys learn from these stories. I know they're entertaining, but I really hope that they're informative. Really hope that you guys learn something so that y'all don't end up emailing me. I know they make for good natural hair horror stories, but if I can stop you guys from experiencing any of this, that's what I want to do. So anyways, I hope that you guys enjoyed. Give this video a thumbs up if you want more natural hair horror stories. I mean, we're all in quarantine anyway, so I might as well just give y'all another maybe natural hair horror story week. I don't know. Let me know if y'all would like a week of natural hair horror stories. Maybe I can do it one time for the one time. Anyways, if you guys have a natural hair horror story that you would like me to feature, definitely email me at sendtotraeh@gmail.com, and hopefully I will feature it soon. Please stay safe out there, guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.